Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Yamilet, and in today's video we are adding another keyboard to our collection. Now this one is special because the Leobog team were kind enough to send this over for me to review, and I am so excited to get into the specs of it. Now, unless you've been living under a rock, then you know Leobog is famous for their High 75 keyboard, which is a budget-friendly aluminum 75% keyboard that sounds amazing straight out of the box. I am a proud owner of one, and so of course I am super excited to unbox this new one. So without any further delay, let's just get right into the video. Alright team, so let's get straight into the unboxing. Again, this is the Leobog K81 and I am super excited to unbox this. Let's start off with how pretty this packaging is. We have a bunny themed keyboard, which I absolutely love. As I mentioned, this is a K81, a 75% layout with a knob, which I'm super excited about because I love my knobs and I love keyboards with knobs, so excited to try this out. Okay, so the first thing we have is, of course, just kind of talking a little bit about the keyboard. So I do want to mention that this is a tri-mode keyboard. So you have Bluetooth connection, dongle, and of course wired connection. And it seems like everything else is in Chinese, so we're gonna skip that. Of course, you have your manual, which kind of talks a little bit about the keyboard and how to switch it between Mac and Windows, which I do want to state this is Mac compatible, which again, we love that. It's so easy to be able to switch between. Before I get to the keyboard itself, let's look at the accessories. Okay, so we do have a USB connection and it is a pretty pink. This is a coiled wired, which is pretty cool. You do get your keycap and switch puller, which is awesome, and they also provided extra feet pads for the keyboard, and then you also get extra switches, which I do want to note that these black switches that came with the keyboard are not the actual switches that are on the keyboard itself. I noticed that these switches are the ones that are in the space bar, but not the actual keys. So I'll leave a description of what these are called under the Leobog website, but here's a quick listen at what these sound like. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we do have a plastic dust cover. Now, if you guys know from my previous videos, I absolutely love a plastic dust cover because it will always protect your keyboard from any dust, especially when you are not using it, especially if you have them on display like I do. So, dust covers do come in handy for that. Okay, so the Leobog team were kind enough to send the pink version. Now, I'm really not a pink person, but I do have to say this keyboard is so freaking cute. So as I mentioned earlier, the keyboard is a pretty pink color and it does come with a knob, which I absolutely love. It is transparent, which again, it's really nice because it's going to allow the RGB to just shine through. Like the High 75, this K81 does have a satisfying knob click. I do want to note one thing. My favorite thing about Leobog keyboards is that their knobs are perfectly sized. Some of my other keyboards do have a smaller knob and it's a lot harder to kind of get a good grasp, especially when you're typing and then you want to like either increase or decrease your volume. It's hard to kind of get a good grip, but this one is perfectly sized, so I love that. Another thing I want to note here is that yes, this keyboard is a transparent case, which is perfect to showcase the RGB. However, that does not stop there. Leobog decided to include these PBT putting shine through keycaps, which I absolutely love because one, they are cute, but two, they also contain this like transparency bottom, which allows the RGB to shine through even more. So back to the multifunctional knob. Straight out of the box, the knob can be used to either dim or brighten the RGB, but if you click on it and hold it for 3 seconds, it will change to adjust your volume. So make sure you make a note of that. The board is hot swappable with plate mounted stabilizers. It does contain Poron plate foam and PET case foam for more of a sound dampening. So I know this board is going to sound really good. The switches that I received on this board are the Leobog's very own ice crystals. They have more of a clackier sound. These are linear with an operating force of 35 grams. So before we move on to sound tests, please make sure to check out the links in my description as well as my other social media channels to keep up with me. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see more content from me. Now, for the official sound, let's get to it.